Hello, welcome to Tricia's Cards and Crafts, and welcome another in my series of Simple to Stepped Up on Sundays. Here are the cards that I've made for today, and I'll be showing you how to make this one in a moment. This is the stepped up version, and this is the simple version, which I'll be going through with you. I'll show you this one in a bit once we've finished making the card. And what I've done, I've got the stamp on the front here, and then another two of the stamps that are in the set there, another set from on the inside, and I have done a little bit of an alteration to the stamp on the inside. I'll explain how in a moment. And I've also done the flap on the envelope so it all matches together. Okay, it'd be nice to make a nice little set of these, perhaps for Easter. The note cards are a nice size for these. So the stamp set that I'm using for these today is called Gift of Hope, and I'm using Wishing You the Blessings of Easter and this stamp here, and then He Lives for in the middle. I mean, I could put that one in the middle, it depends, and the greatest gift of Easter is hope, so we could, and I could have put the church in the middle as well, but this is what I'm going to do for you today. Right, here we go. Here is the note card and envelope. I've already what have I already done? I've already scored it. Oh dear, what a day. Here we go. Right, so I'm using Memento black ink, Memento Tuxedo black ink I should say, and here's the stamp I've already mounted. Got a large, it's quite a large stamp, so if you haven't got large blocks or you've got a stamping platform, you could use the stamping platform. Stamping up to a stamping platform called it's the Stamparatus or Stamparatus, depending on how you want to say it. And if you were making a few of these at a time, it would be very useful, because then you can just mount the stamp in the place that you want it to be, and then you just got it there, and you can just remove the card and put the next one in and do it that way. So you don't have to move anything around to know that it fits properly. So I'm putting this here on the, hope you can see that it's not down too far. There we go. Make sure the ink has taken on the page. There you go. Now what I did for the sentiment that goes in the middle, I've mounted them both on the same block, and what I did to make sure that they fitted where I wanted them to fit, where's the other one gone? I put them onto a piece of, this will do for now anyway. It's a post-it note, and then if you put it over where you want it to go, you can just about see you can't really see very well with this one. You can just about, there we go, we can put it in the middle there, and you know that you've got the actual stamp in the right position. So before you actually stamp it on the page, again you could do that if you put it in the Stamparatus, and you could get them correct, and then again you can just move them around. And the thing with the Stamparatus, it comes with two, does it come with two? I can't remember. I think it comes with two different plates, so you could do the big image on one, and you can do the small images, the sentiments, on another one. So then you can just swap them over so that they're ready to go. Okay, anyway, let's get this one done as well. So that's one way of getting them, making sure they're lined up correctly and in the right position. So I'm just going to put this so that it comes here. And there we go. And then on the inside, what I did, so I needed to be that way around, I used, oh there, no, that's the other one again. let's put this in first. So I put this one on first. I'm going to put that there, like that. Now I don't want the whole of the stamp around it, so I'm just going to move this down. So I don't want this bottom part of the stamp in the picture, so I want it to be around about here. So I'm going to stamp this up, but I'm not going to bother about the bottom part of it. And I'm just going to put this either side. That's okay. And I'm not worrying too much about the sides at the moment. And then I'm also going to do the same thing, well, slightly the same thing, something similar, with, I'm just going to put this down first, a piece of scrap paper, and I'm going to do the bottom half of the wreath for this one, or the garland, or whatever it is. There we go. So just in case it goes on my white paper, there we go. So I put that there. And there we go. And that's my envelope stamped. So I'm not too worried about that because I can always add some more pieces to that. Right, here we go. Right, so what I meant was, the reason I'm not worried, I can use a marker pen. I can just join these lines up at the bottom, just so that there's something they're finished off. And that, and I'm just going to make it so that these join up and finish this flower off there, like that. So it just sort of finishes off the bottom. Okay, not too worried about that little bit spot there, but there we go. So now we can think about colouring in. Now with this one, on the big card, I chose a piece of Designer Series paper that was one of the celebration papers, and I went with the same colours that were on the paper. But for the smaller card, I've used some slightly brighter colours. So I'm using Poppy Parade, Granny Apple Green, and I've got Bumblebee for the yellow. I would have used Daffodil Delight, but my Daffodil Delight pen isn't that great. The ink has gone it's a bit dried out, so I think I've used it too much. So I need to get another one if I can. There we go. So, but to do that I'll have to buy a whole set, and at the moment I don't need another set, so I'm just going to use a different ink for now. There we go. So I'm just I think maybe with that one the lid might have been left off at one point, but there we go, never mind, it's done now. Can't do anything about it. So just colouring these in with my marker pen. I'll do the same thing on the inside, the flowers there, and the ones on the envelope. Just do one colour at a time for now. There we go, that's the card and the envelope. one here. There we go. And then granny apple green for the leaves. Quite a few of these. The fewer strokes you can use, the better, so that they don't pill the paper. This is a nice smooth paper, so it's not too bad, but just, you don't want to take the chance just in case. With the blender pens, obviously it doesn't happen the same because they are alcoholic, whereas with these they aren't. They're water based, so they tend to make the paper pill more. Here we go. There are a lot of leaves. There we go. But they're still quite quick. They don't take a long time to colour in. Especially if you use the brush end. Just a couple of light strokes and they're done. Especially the leaves. I thought it would be nice to start making some Easter cards ready, to get some ideas for Easter cards, so that's why I thought I'd use this set today. I do have another set, and hopefully next week I'll use a different set for the cards for next week. There we go. Oops. And then the yellow ones. There we go. Oh, that's that side. And the inside. There we go. And the envelope. There we go. There we are. So again, if I'd wanted to, like with this leaf here, I could just, didn't quite take, because of the fold in the paper, you can just finish them off if you want to. Okay, so there's my card and envelope, and there's the one I did earlier. Now this one, as I said, I've used the colours that I had in the paper so that it draws in. I also used a butterfly from another set just to add a little bit more to the picture. That was from the Someone Special, or some Special Someone stamp set from this set, and I just used that butterfly there. And I've used the colours that come with the set, and then with the Easter I stamped it on a piece of card and then just cut it out using a punch that I've got. It's the, I think it's the classic label punch. And I did the same thing. I haven't done the wreath effect on the inside as well, but I have done it on the envelope, and I matched the colours up for that. Okay, so that's the other thing I could use. I could put a couple of these basic holiday rhinestone basic jewels. Get it right in the end. And I could use some of these nice red ones. So I'll just get my pick, and I'll put, whoops, would help if it was the right way up. I want it the other way around. Put it back on there. Turn it round. There we go. Right. Put one there. And then one over here. And one over there. There we go. So I've added some little extras to that, some embellishments. So there we go. I could have used a piece of string maybe and a bit of linen thread maybe to tie a bow there instead of putting the jewel there, but I used the piece of card, piece of DSP at the back from the designer series paper, the Flower and Field designer series papers, and there's lots of nice papers. A lot of them have got black backgrounds. The other sides aren't so dark. This one has got, whoops, no, I haven't got a piece here now. Here we go. Let's just have a look through. These are the papers. So that one's got a chevron on the back. That one's got a yellow dotty sign on the back, and that's that paper. This one's got black with a blue dot on it. Oh, I love that one, the daisies. And that one's got some lovely green leaves on the back. Then the blue rose has got a green background with tulips on, or tulip type flower, and then this one has got a pink and black stripe on the back. So those are the designer series paper, and I thought, well, I know celebration is over, but I thought, well, I could use some of the papers up. So if you've got any of the celebration papers, it might be something nice that you could use up on your Easter cards. Okay, so those are the cards then for today. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you do, perhaps you could give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, you can click on the subscribe button, and you can subscribe to my channel. If you click on the little bell icon, it will notify you whenever I post a new video. You can find any of the products that I've used on in my online shop, which is Tricia's Cards and Craft, note s.stampinup.net. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Tricia's Cards and Crafts. If you've got any comments or queries or questions, or any suggestions for anything you might like to see in the future, then you can leave the comments below, or you can email me at triciascardsandcrafts@yahoo.com. and obviously I'm on YouTube as well. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed that, and maybe you'll be getting to make some of your own Easter cards. Looking forward to seeing you again soon. Bye bye.